Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Intuitive Angling from the steamy tackle room here today. It's 102 degrees here in Springfield today, and tackle rooms, I got the door shut so you guys can't hear all the noises from outside. It's a little steamy in the room today. But what I'm going to show you guys today, I'm going to show you 6 different ways to rig one of my favorite plastic worms, which is a Zoom trick worm. Man, a trick worm has been out forever. It is, in my opinion, it's got to be in one of the top 5 bass catching lures of all time. As far as soft plastics lure goes, I bet I've caught more bass on a Zoom trick worm than I have any soft plastic as far as numbers over the last 20 years or so. It's a killer bait. I'm going to show you 6 different ways I rig them. I got some other ways too, the sort of oddball ways, but I'm going to show you the 6 main ways that I rig them. And real quick before we get started here, just wanted to remind you guys about our View Products tab. You guys may have seen it. When you click on the video at the bottom of the screen, you'll see a thing that says View Products. And on that, I put a bunch of products on there that I suggest you guys might want to check out. And anytime you click on that, the channel gets 20 cents every time you click on it. You don't have to buy nothing, you just check the product out. So that's a good way to help the channel out here if you want to do that. Much appreciated. Okay guys, let's get into this a little bit. I'm gonna show you guys my favorite ways to rig it. I'm gonna start out here with just the basic one, which is the Texas rig, and then we're gonna go from there. But one of the things I do on the Texas rig Zoom worm, I always bite just a little bit off of the top. I want to make it square. The hook lays in there a little bit better. And of course, you guys know I always rough the worms up. I don't have to do that, but that's what I do. And come through, and I'll hook the hook on the side. You guys have seen the videos before. I side hook it, which you get a lot better hookups. And just the typical Texas rig. One second here. I'll show you a couple different ways what you can do with the Texas rig to sort of make it a little bit more versatile here. Most of the time on it, I'll use like a 3/16 ounce, but just the pretty simple Texas rig. That's probably the oldest way to fish it. Now, the next thing you can do with this is that the trick worm works really good as a Carolina rig also. You can fish it on a Carolina rig. My favorite thing to do is I take a toothpick and I'll peg it up about 12 inches above the line. And I've got like this, we call it a split shot rig here in Missouri, but it's basically like a Carolina rig. This is really deadly here in clear water, especially during the springtime of the year. This is one of my favorite ways to fish it. So Texas rig it, Carolina rig it, or split shot it. Okay, the next thing that I do on it is the trick worm is one of my favorite worms to wacky rig. Just I use usually a straight shank worm hook. This is an octopus hook just because I had it easy to get to in the tackle room here. But most of the time I'll use a 2-aught straight shank Gamakatsu G Finesse. And one of the things about it is a lot of people hook these things right in the middle. I like to come up just a little bit more, towards the head on there where it's not quite that light. So I'll wacky rig it like that. I just like the way it falls like this. Deadly technique. This is one of the most deadly ways to catch numbers of bass that there is on a wacky rig Zoom trick worm. Man, this thing has been catching fish forever. Works in a lot of different conditions. Really catch a lot of fish on it like that. Next one is sort of similar to that. If you guys have never tried this is a really good deal. This is the Zoom Flick Shake. I'm sorry, not Zoom, but this is the Flick Shake head. And what it is just basically an offset hook with a lead head on it. Sort of the same thing. It's a wacky rig. I hook up wacky rig, but the thing about the Flick Shake is it allows the bait to get down quicker because you got some weight on the head. So I rig it the same way with that. And this allows me to fish the bait a little bit deeper. Say if I'm wanting to get it down 15 to 20 feet or on some deeper grass beds, or the fish just want a quicker fall, or if it's super windy, the Flick Shake's real good. And by the way, guys, you guys may have seen it. Baitworks has got 20% off on all the Zoom products all the month of July. I'll include the link in the description. If you want to use that link, you can get you all this stuff 20% off. Okay, the next one we'll go into is the Shaky Head. Shaky head fishing, guys, I probably use a Zoom trick worm at least 75–80% of the time. Not a finesse worm, but the full-size trick worm. I catch a ton of fish on it, good fish and numbers both. My favorite's a 16th ounce head. I like to come all the way through. You can see the point of the hooks outside there. Just a Shaky head setup on the trick worm. Deadly, deadly, deadly. David Dudley got me throwing this years ago. keyed me in on it in a tournament on Lake Hartwell. Helped me do real good in the tournament. I've been using it ever since. Super deadly. And the last one I'm going to show you guys is on a Ned Head. You know, just any type of like a 10th ounce Ned Head. And then I'll take it and I'll just bite it or pinch it off about an inch below the egg sac towards about this long right here. And just thread it on there on the Ned Head. This sort of gives it a different look than like the Ned rig. It's a little bit more finessey. And guys, if you have a lake that's got smallmouth or spotted bass in it, this thing will catch them. This is a little edible tidbit here. I catch a ton of fish in clear water situations with it. So anyway, guys, that's the 6 different ways I rig a trick worm. I'm sure you guys got some other stuff there too. Most of the time it falls into this category. I'm guessing probably throughout the course of the year, I use the trick worm shaky head most of the time, followed up by the wacky rig and then the Texas rigs and that type of stuff. But to me, you can't beat it on a shaky head. So hope it helps you guys catch some more fish, and please hit that subscribe button and the notification if you haven't. We're getting close to 80,000 subscribers. Got a big giveaway when that comes up. Much appreciated. See y'all.